Oh, that would be the best video recording ever. You're just like, fuck,
it would just go black,
everything.
and then you would hear, it would go black, and you'd hear me probably like jump out the window.
Michael's crying a little bit in the corner, like I just broke my
fucking done.
podcast.
No, I had what was it? My neighbor's dog has because I do it with the garage open, and so my neighbor's dog just runs through because we give her treats all the time. So she's like, I'm going to.
I fucking love dogs. Dogs are dope.
And she ran through once and she ripped a cord out. I'm like, thank God it was just to charge the computer.
Just the power?
Just the power to the computer. I was like,
hey, that's why Mac's awesome, because they got the magnet.
But it had battery left, so I'm like, all right, we didn't lose anything.
Good.
I just plug it back in. But if you unplugged one of these cameras right now, that camera's done.
Well, hopefully I don't trip over any of you cameras. That would be bad.
I don't know why you'd be going behind the cameras during this, but
maybe I just wanted to see myself.
You can't look at yourself. Can't you? Oh no, I have it turned around.
You turned me around. I can't even see myself. What if I don't look cute right now? Ah, there we go. What's up, podcast world?
Yeah, nice and easy.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is better than doing it in the garage. I'll tell you that.
When you said that, I was like, yeah, we can just sit on my couch.
It's fucking cold outside.
That's a lot better. Dude, it's like that bone-chilling cold. Fuck that.
When you wake up in the morning and you're like, I should start my car for at least 15 minutes.
Dude, that's
brutal.
Worst. I used to, in high school, I would bring a blanket because I would leave 5 minutes before class started, so I'd huddle up in my little blankie with my gloves on. Didn't give a fuck.
Oh, I never started my car. I was the same way. I'm like, last minute.
Started it.
The worst was the steering wheel.
Yes,
the
my
steering
old
wheel
Ford Camry with the plastic steering wheel where your fingers are curling over.
And I never brought gloves. I just I would pull my sweatshirt sleeves over and be like, you're looking out of a hole because you didn't want it to
you didn't want to scrape off the frost, so you're just like, hopefully I don't die on my 5 minutes to Franklin High School.
Dude, that's brutal.
It would have been fine if I got.
By the time it gets warm, you've parked, and you're like, not even warm. You're like, I could tolerate this.
And then you go in, and you're like, oh great, my favorite people are in Franklin.
Oh yeah. I think what was even worse is because we left so late, we're at the way end of the parking lot. So then we got to walk up, and you're like, this sucks.
It was horrible.
You're like, one day I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get up early, start my car.
No.
Actually, I never thought about that.
Still don't do that, by the way.
No. Last minute, go.
Barely even knew what I was wearing to school. Just threw something on.
I was thinking about this because someone made a joke at one of the open mics I was at this week about how he wore the same clothes to high school every day for the most part. And I remember my sophomore year realizing I wore the same two outfits every day freshman year.
I think I had 3 pairs of jeans, maybe 2. It was a dark and a light wash pair of jeans, and I cycled through those for 2 years every other day.
Well, here's the kicker, though, is I would go back and forth between sweatpants, jeans, sweatpants, jeans, sweatpants, jeans. But we had A days, B days. So every other day, I'd changing. It's just the same people, so I mean the same thing every fucking
You
day.
had to go every 3 days. So
and change it up.
Then they wouldn't know.
I just needed a third outfit.
My biggest problem was I would wear the light colored jeans on A days and the dark colored jeans on B days. But then I'd fuck up and I'd wear the light colored jeans on A days again. And I bet you people knew. But I only had 2 pairs of jeans. So
I bet no one noticed. I bet maybe one person noticed. But
yeah, I mean, I switched up my shirts, but.
Yeah, I guess I did switch up shirts. But then I would also just wear a sweatshirt the whole day.
Yeah.
And so it's I'm wearing a different shirt. Don't worry. But but you've worn the sweatshirt and sweatpants every day. Every day this week. Every time I've seen you in math class, Michael, it is the same black sweatpants, football sweatshirt.
Pretty much. My wardrobe was pretty lacking at the time. And then I got to junior year, and I was like, why the fuck am I wearing jeans to Franklin High School?
Yeah. The kids that wore, super nice stuff all the time. You know what? Every once in a while, with Friday, you're feeling
might wake up in a good mood.
You're in a good mood. I'll throw on a button down.
Not me.
No.
Nope.
Sweatpants, sweatshirt.
My senior year, I wore white Nike Elite socks with Sperry's every single day with shorts every day. And I thought that was
the look.
Peak coolness. And now people, when I see them, they'll be like, remember when you used to wear the white tube socks with the Sperry's? And I was like, yeah. It's still a look. could be wearing it right now, but I would never go out in public now looking like that.
Oh, not a chance would I go out looking like that. I haven't worn Sperry's. Actually, you know what? I think I brought the Sperry's to college. And then when I saw no one wearing them in college, I was like, they got to go.
I was about to say, I really changed a lot in college because I realized I was not as cool as I originally thought I was.
I don't think any of us are.
No.
Like,
no.
not even a little bit.
I thought I was cool at the time. I thought I was like a trendsetter. It was not a trend-setting look because I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think I've ever been a trendsetter.
No, I just didn't care. So
at least fashion-wise.
Nah. It's basically my mom dresses me.
Yeah.
As bad as that sounds, she gets me some cool clothes. Otherwise, I'd be lost.
We talked about this like when we walked in, but like, I don't buy clothes very often for myself. I want to start getting like maybe like once a month you get like one new like cool article, like a jacket or a nice pair of pants, and then maybe start building it. But I will never be the person that goes, I want to go update my wardrobe, and then goes on like a $700 shopping spree.
I'll buy one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Like I'll buy a pair of khakis, and that'll last me like a year. And then I'll be like, I might buy a new jacket next. Then I'll look around, and I usually don't end up
like
buying it.
I'm so picky, too. I hate trying things
shop?
on. No, because I don't know how it's going to fit, but I hate going to the store because I hate trying things on.
Okay. I never internet shop. I just hate it. But I don't like going to try things on either. Because I feel like you're like me. It's taller but skinnier. So, like, some things are, like, skin tight. Some are super fucking baggy. And then there's no in between.
It doesn't. It sucks. Like, I want to, like, you want to work out to get your legs bigger. But then you're like, oh, your calves aren't going to grow. So then you got, like, weirdly, like, bell-bottom pants that aren't supposed to be bell-bottom pants. It just doesn't look good.
I got some chicken legs all over.
Oh, yeah. I got really skinny legs.
My calves are so tiny. And then some things just look like I'm super big at the waist and then super tiny up top, and it's not a good look.
I'm afraid to be like disproportionate. Like I never want to look like the guy that's like this.
It's a weird look, I think.
It's a really weird. Like the guy looks like he's never like sat up in his life, but did curls the whole time.
That's it. I think that's a weird look, but lots of guys like that look.
This is gonna sound bad, but it's like if a wheelchair guy stood up. Like the legs have never been used.
Yeah, they're basically kind of just like bones and skin.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what my calves are. They're fucking like I've gotten my thighs a little bigger. My calves are straight up toothpicks.
After my ankle surgery, I have like definite. My left calf is way smaller than my right calf, like noticeable.
Oh, what was that like when the like cast came off and you see it? Or did you have a cast?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I had a boot for a stress fracture, and my calf was small. I didn't think it could get smaller.
I'm not joking. When I took that cast off, it was smaller. I got tiny-ass wrists. See? It was smaller than my wrist, and it was gross. Like, my skin was peeling. Like, the hair fell out. Nasty shit. Ugh.
Yeah, even, like, my boot, I was like, I think my bones shrunk because there's no way it could get smaller.
Literally, it's just, like, skin and bones. There's no muscles. When did you have your stress fracture?
I've had like 4 of them, but only one has put me in a boot.
Was that in high school?
I don't know.
I was about to say, I don't ever remember seeing you in a
Actually,
boot.
yeah, I think it was in high school.
It must have been.
Or was it like
crazy shit in college?
Going into high school, maybe. It was one of those ones where the doctor was like, you're doing too many sports.
Yeah, and they're like, you got to wear this walking boot. It's super cool. And you're like, I don't want to wear
No, fuck you. And you don't know, like, do you tuck the jeans in? Do you put them over? Like, that's when you're like,
I tucked them in.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you put it over, you look just
Or
weird.
I would just, like, roll it up, and I'd just let it bunch up on the top.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Yeah. The going over, I'm like, I got to get special pants.
I was about to say, my skinny-ass chicken legs, it could happen with the jeans, but I was a tucker because I was like, I don't want it to be like super skinny and then all of a sudden just giant boot with jeans over it. Like,
I agree.
I didn't want to be the knee brace high school girl for attention.
Oh, good Lord. Dude, there was someone in high school that we used to make fun of. I literally don't remember, but I thought we would make fun of. We thought the knee braces would change knees.
Oh, I do remember her name.
Don't say it.
I can't say her name, but I know exactly who you're talking. It would be like one day she'd come into school, she'd had a limp on like her right leg, and you're like, oh, here we go. She had that one knee brace with the hole over the knee.
Yeah.
Then like 2 weeks later, it'd be the left knee, and she would say it was the same knee, but it sure as hell wasn't the same knee.
Yeah, it's. Thank God though, I've never had those injuries.
I have. I
tore an ACL.
Tore my patella tendon, 3 ankle reconstructions, broken collarbone, broken nose. Blew up my finger in college. Had to get surgery on my finger.
Jesus.
Just had a hernia surgery like 2 years ago. That's
really?
A piece of cake, though. Those are easy. Don't worry about it.
I thought I had a hernia, but I didn't.
Oh, dude, your nuts hurt so bad. Like, I couldn't bend over. It would be like, oh, this hurts.
Well, so they checked me for a hernia recently because I thought I found a lump on my testicles.
Scary.
And when I went and got examined, she checked me for a hernia. I didn't know how they checked for a hernia.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, they try and tickle your tonsils through your taint.
Yep.
Like it just.
So they like they turn your neck, and then like their fingers like in your ball sack, like not on your ball sack. Like they are literally sticking it. If you had a vagina, it would be in your.
Like
vagina.
Imagine you're doing the pinch and roll, and you take that extra skin, and then you just shove it up.
Like literally, I knew I had a hernia, and they were like, "All right, drop your pants," and I was like, "All right, this is super normal." And of course, there's a doctor's assistant that's like kind of an attractive girl, and I was like. Doctor's like, do you care if she's here? And I was like,
yes, I do.
I was like, what am I going to say? No, please leave. So I was like, sure, let's just drop him. And then she's the one that's like, all right, turn your head. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I know I have a hernia.
Yeah.
Just sticks her finger up there. She's like, oh, yeah, I can feel it. And then instead of like, I'm like curled over in pain, then the doctor's like, oh, yeah, let me feel it. Horrible. For
they
like
check.
30 seconds, I was just sitting there like, please
they
stop.
check on both sides, too.
Yes.
Like, I didn't know she was doing it the first time, and I was like, Like, I hit the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, we're done. And then she went to my next testicle, and then, again. I'm like,
both of them. And it's you would think they're just like.
Is your mic on, by the way?
Says on.
Okay, good.
Wieners. Yeah,
just making sure. I don't know why. Like, there's always something that goes wrong.
Oh, see, but you always look. I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Don't worry.
Good.
That's why I'm the host.
Yeah,
make sure things work.
I can't be a host of anything.
It's fun. I like it. Where were we though? The hernia thing. The
Getting
double
fingered
check
in your ball
yeah.
sack.
Dude, it hurts.
It's
it doesn't
not fun.
feel
Even if you don't have a hernia, it is still not fun.
Dude, she was like tough with it too. Like it was.
They're not nice.
It wasn't like let me gently push up there. It was like I want to try and poke through your skin.
Yep. Like I didn't even know you could do that until I had to get checked for a hernia. I didn't know like you could stick anything up there, but you can.
It's pretty elastic. Because mine, I'm surprised I didn't poke through.
I wonder how like deep they actually were in there. Because I wasn't like looking, but I was like, holy shit, does this hurt? But like,
did not.
Do you think it's 1 knuckle, 2 knuckle?
Well, the thing is, like, when she did it to me, I jumped.
Oh, it's
so she had to I came back down. I'm like.
She's like, oh my God, I'm an extra knuckle deep by accident. I didn't mean that.
I've never gone this far before.
Thank you for letting me be a first.
That'll be that T-shirt we talked about, knuckle deep.
Oh, if that's what makes my T-shirt talking about getting fingered in my ball sack, that would just make my life. That would be it.
Lord.
Yeah, I've had a lot of interesting medical things, I would say.
Also, is it not the smallest you've ever seen your nuts? Or just the whole package down there when you go get checked up?
Oh, dude, I'm so scared. Like, I don't want any weird stuff to happen. So, like, I'm already nervous. It is so small.
I mean,
it's like
it's so small. It's like if it looked back up, it's just like, I don't even want to be here.
No.
Because
I didn't want to be there.
It could be in pain and be like, I don't even want to get touched right now.
This brings me to a point. So, after I got my hernia fixed, my right testicle was so fucking sore for like a year. Like, couldn't even touch it. And I was like, that's not good. I had to get an ultrasound on my ball sack. And if you don't, like, it's like a baby ultrasound, not like one for your muscles, like where they can see inside. They take you into the basement of the hospital.
Yeah, because it's some sketchy shit you're about to do.
Oh, yeah. And I was a nursing student, so the entire time I was like, fuck, please don't let it be someone I know. Because if it's a girl I know, I'll walk out. Like, that is so uncomfortable. It's like this 30-year-old woman, super nice, literally like drops your pants. You're laying on a table just totally naked. And she like
You don't even Winnie the Pooh it? You can't even have a shirt on?
Like, she like curled up my shirt so it was like covering my boobs. And I was like, okay, this is chill. Then she like tucks your dick in like a little like towel and everything. So it's literally just your balls are hanging out. That is it. It's just my balls. And I was like, so how long does this normally take? She goes, it's usually like 45 minutes to an hour. So I was like, I have to lay on this table and it's just slow rubbing with like, she squirts like the warm gel on her hands and like rubs it on your balls. And the entire time I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life. And then for a half hour, I'm making small talk with her because I thought it was so awkward.
Yeah.
She just like wasn't answering. So I was like, do I just stop asking questions as you're massaging my ball? Or do I keep talking?
Oh, my God.
And then for the last half hour, I just laid there and I was like, how much longer do I think it's going to be?
They give you like a movie or something?
Nope. Just a dark-ass room with you and her, and she is literally just like imaging your testicles.
I'm picturing like really like the basement of a hospital.
Oh, like we were 2 floors in the basement. I thought there was only just like a basement. There is
multiple basements.
Yes.
Well, like like you see in a movie, like a sketchy doctor's office. It's got like whatever. I feel like you're there, and it's just you and her.
It was like she like turned off the lights, and I was like, oh, this is really weird. And I thought it was. Thank God no one else came in. And then the entire time I was like, David, you can't get a boner, bro. Like, not even an accident boner. Like, that'd be the most uncomfortable thing ever. Next thing you know, I get the bill for my fucking ball massage.
Yeah.
$1,500. I should have got a boner.
Yeah, Jesus.
$1,500 to be like so uncomfortably awkward. I didn't even come. $1,500.
That's, dude.
Horrible.
I would be, at some point, I think I'd just uncomfortably laugh.
And then they were like, I got my results back. They're like, yep, your balls look totally normal. And I was like, well, why does it hurt so bad? And they're like, I don't know. Maybe it's some scar tissue. And I was like, so basically I paid $1,500 to have the most uncomfortable situation of my life.
To have the worst hand job ever, essentially.
Yeah, basically. That would be the worst hand job I've ever gotten.
$1,500 hand job.
Yep, just to touch my balls. Not fun. And, like, do you shave before you get your balls examined?
I feel like they would have had, if you didn't, they would have shaved you anyways because it would impede.
That's what I was thinking. They didn't have to shave me, thank God, because that would have been very fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would. For me, I would like, that's one of those things like, I'm going to shave so they don't have to do it to me.
I also had to get a colonoscopy.
Are you okay? Are you dying?
They thought I had to get a brain scan because they're like, you might have a brain tumor. That was freaky. Came back, they were like, nope, your brain's normal. And I was like, oh, thank you. But the colonoscopy, super not fun. You do not want to get one when you're 50. You shit for like 12 hours straight. I think I slept for 3 hours, and then it was just pooping. Just straight poop.
Is it because I've heard many stories, like at the end, are you just basically shitting water?
Oh, it is like they want you, what is it? You like put it in a water bottle. You chug that one, but then they want you to keep drinking water. So it's literally just you're peeing out of your asshole.
You're taking extreme laxatives, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. And then I go to the hospital, and they're like, they give you the little IV, and they like kind of fuck you up right away, but it's not like you're totally out. So I could walk there, and I like walk to the operation table, and I'm just wearing my gown. Like, there's nothing.
You're naked a lot.
Oh, apparently doctors have seen me naked many a times. And I remember I get on the table, but like they already gave me, they call it a cocktail, so you kind of feel fucked up. Yeah. They're like, all right, roll over to your side. And like the gown, like my ass is just totally out. And all I remember is they like injected me with the stuff that like puts me out. And the doctor goes, don't worry. No one's going to look at your butt right now. And I just remember my fucked up head was like, I'm getting a colonoscopy. Everyone's looking at my butt right now. Like, it's going to be on the screen. And I just remember falling asleep, woke up. Your butt does not hurt, by the way. It feels totally normal.
Well, then why is it that bad? Like, the worst just part is the shitting. The shitting.
Just the shitting.
So the actual procedure itself, I have heard, is really easy.
Oh, my God. You literally get an IV they like give you the stuff that kind of makes you loopy. Next thing you know, you're like laying on the table, and then you wake up in a bed, and then you go home.
Yeah, that was like the only time I've ever had that is when I got my tonsils out when I was younger. I'm assuming you've had that procedure too.
I have.
Yeah, and I remember taking like a Dixie cup of like what looked like child's medicine, and then waking up and be like, "Have we gone yet?" My mom's like, "You've been out. You've been done for 2 hours. We want to fucking leave."
It's wild. That stuff. I understand why Michael Jackson liked that and died from it, because that shit fucks you up. Like, you are out of this world.
The only time I had it was I got my wisdom teeth out. They didn't knock me out.
Did you get like the?
I got the gas.
So it was just like the mask over you.
Yeah, I thought I was leaving my body.
That's a wild. I think that's what Michael Jackson died from.
Yeah, like is it like nitrous oxide or something like that?
Yeah, that shit is wild.
For a second there, I didn't think I had my tongue. I thought I swallowed my tongue, and so I think at one point I remember her trying to grab it. I was just going back, and then I felt like my body just doing this. I don't think I was moving, but I was like, I'm leaving.
It's literally wild.
But I can feel.
They're like, count to 10, and you get to like 3, and you're like, what the fuck?
I tried to like have a conversation with her. It's like the equivalent of like when I got high here last weekend.
Oh, it's wild. Like, you can't even speak though. Like,
I just used all of my power. Like last weekend, I was rendered mute. I couldn't talk.
I have not seen you laugh that hard in a long time.
Yeah.
You were dying.
I was dying. But then at one point, I just couldn't talk because in my head, it's like, all right, 1, figure out where you are. 2, if you say something, it's not going to make sense. And then they're going to laugh at you. And so then when Shay and whoever called the Uber, I was like, good, we're going.
Oh, yeah. How was that Uber home? That had to have been a wild time.
I think I just passed out.
I was about to say, you and Jack in that Uber must have just been like...
I didn't talk. Apparently, I talked in my sleep, though, because I went to the couch, passed out. I woke up, and Shay was like, you talked in your sleep. And I was so...
Wait, where the fuck did Shay sleep?
On an air mattress.
In the living room?
Yeah, I literally walked to the couch, passed out, woke up. She's like, you talk in your sleep. And I just went, okay. And then I left.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to have this conversation.
Kyle talks in his sleep. It's some crazy shit.
I only do weird shit in my sleep if I'm overtired.
I just get really fucked up dreams. That's my thing. I don't talk. I don't snore. But, like, my dreams are wild. Like, my mom killed me in my dream the other day. That was not fun. I woke up and I was like, Mom, why the fuck did you just shoot me? She didn't know.
When we were in Nashville for New Year's, I had a dream. First time this ever happened. I got struck by lightning.
In a dream, that's wild. I have not had that one.
I got struck by lightning, and I woke up doing I whipped my body.
Have you ever had it when you're falling?
And I think I hit my head.
Feels like you're falling.
Oh yeah.
And then you wake up and you're like, holy
all the time.
shit.
That
Was it like that?
No, I literally felt like shit go through my body. I felt like I got struck in the head. So I was like, bang, and I think I either hit my head on the ground or something like that. But I was boom, and I was up, and I was sitting up like this. I'm like, oh shit.
I was thinking. Well, we were talking about this the other day. Why? So like, you can't live without sleeping, right?
Yeah.
But like, when you sleep, why is it like your brain is tripping on acid while you're sleeping? Like, what the fuck are dreams? Like, it's literally
there's like an actual answer for that.
Like REM cycle, but like, why is my mom shooting me with a gun? Or like the other day, I got chased by a jaguar.
Think your brain doesn't sleep, and then I don't know.
But it makes no sense.
I think it does make sense.
It makes sense.
Someone who knew what they were talking about were talking to us, but us trying to comprehend why our brain.
We should do a sleep study for the podcast.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna record for the next 48 hours. We're gonna go to sleep twice,
and we're just gonna record our dreams. How cool would it be if you could like take a video of your dream though?
Do you think it would make as little sense as it does when you try and like recite what it was?
Yes.
Or do you think it would make more sense?
It's a great fucking question. Because like, I'll try to explain my dream sometimes, but like, I don't know about you, but the background of my dream will change randomly. But,
Yeah.
like, what's happening in the dream is consistent, but like I could be outside 1 second, then I'm like in a basement.
Yep.
But the Jaguar's still chasing me. Like,
Exactly.
what the fuck?
No,
So
that's me too. So
I
that's what I'm
don't-
saying. Would it make more sense? Like, because I feel like maybe you're missing out some details.
I feel like I miss out on a lot of details, but like I feel like if you were watching a movie of my dreams, you'd be like, "This is the most fucked up movie I have ever seen in my
for
entire
sure.
life."
It's just like, hey, how did we get from here to here real quick?
Now I'd be like, "I couldn't tell you."
No clue.
That's
Like-
why I'm still wondering.
I have dreams where a lot of my dreams where I'm fighting people, like I'm in war. Like I'm
Wait,
straight
so
up,
you're like legit shooting people.
like I'm defending, like there's one where I'm defending a castle, like a straight up like castle.
Is this reoccurring? Because it sounds like it's reoccurring.
Yes, I've had this multiple. I'm like, I have, like, people are trying to break in, and I am trying to survive. And like, I think I'm protecting one person.
Do you have a sword or a gun, or is it just
I have a
your
gun.
fist? Oh, you got a gun.
Yeah, I have one where like people were trying to kill me and my dad, and then it turned out another family member was the killer. But then I went from like
See?
driving to the Andes on 51st Street. I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Okay, that makes me feel better because like literally where I am, the scenery will change in a blink of an eye. It feels like in my brain.
I started writing mine down because like they were absurd. Like I gotta find it, but there was one where I'll grab it in a bit. But I texted my friends this. I was like, the next morning, I'm like, you have to like help me comprehend this. Why were you two chasing me through a mall and then like some other building, and why was I butt ass naked?
See, I'm not naked. I have had one.
You've been naked a lot.
No, in real life, which
Yeah.
is the worst part. I've had one where like first day of school or work and you like show up and you're just in your underwear or something, or you're naked and you're like, where the fuck is my pants? Why does that happen?
Ooh, do you have? I don't either. Do you have one where? This has been
I get
reoccurring.
chased a lot.
I do too. I get chased,
I
and
don't
I'm
like that.
killing people a lot.
I'll kill random people. They don't have faces,
No, there's never a face.
but like it's a person that I killed in my dream. But like they usually fought me, or I was getting chased.
Yeah.
But then I'll kill them. So I'm kind of a badass in my dreams.
Do you ever have like physical impairments, like you can't run? Like,
Yes.
Oftentimes, I'm playing baseball. I hit it.
Baseball.
I played t-ball for 2 years
I
and
was about
quit
to say,
because I was afraid of the ball.
I didn't see this one coming out of you. Maybe it's just.
But
your
I'd hit a
fear.
ball and it'd be like, I could get a double. I'm fast. And I try running to first base like a newborn deer.
and you just can't.
Just
make it? Like, are
I
you
can't-
running and falling, or like, are you just stuck?
I'm stumbling. My legs are flailing. And then what could be like a triple or double, I only get a single. It's the most frustrating thing.
That sounds really frustrating. Do you ever get thrown out though? That'd be worse.
No, I
Michael's
think
like running
yeah.
to first, hits a just straight line drive to left field, and you get thrown out at first. That would really fuck you up.
I think sometimes I try for second and then I get thrown out. I'm dead serious. Like this, it sounds like I'm making this up. I'm not. It is.
I have one dream that happens every once in a while where my sister lives in Chicago, and it's so fucked up that this happens. But like she'll get like kidnapped, and I see her get into a car, and I try to chase her, but I can't move. And then I wake up right away because I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Dude, it's.
I don't understand.
Do you think
my
they
brain.
mean something?
I was just gonna ask you. I would.
They have to have some meaning because it's like in your head.
It's in your like unconscious mind, but like I don't know what they mean because like it's never. Knock on wood, my sister's never gotten kidnapped, or like I have not fought a jaguar yet, but maybe one day.
I have not. I haven't been to war either. I haven't had to defend a castle in my lifetime.
I love that it's a castle, but you have a gun.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be kind of cool?
it's like it's like a house castle. So like, imagine like one of our friends that's like super wealthy has just one of those like weird off houses that like
super nice.
kind of
though.
looks like a castle but isn't.
Would you like a house like that? I feel like that's.
I feel like if I could afford a house like that, I could probably afford another house. So like, why not have the castle house?
I would agree. I agree with that statement. It would be pretty cool though. Like if you had a gun in medieval times, you could just shoot people with swords. That would be fucking wild.
How if you could time travel and just drop a gun off, like 10 guns off, somewhere in history, how drastically different do you think history would be? Like
So
you
different.
just drop two guns off in a war, like a Viking war or something like that, and you just have like this is over, boom.
It would change so much that, or even like, think of if you dropped like an M16 off in like the Civil War. That'd be wild. Like you could just kill as many people as you want from wherever you want. And they would
fuck
never
the
know.
drummer boys. Just
Like it would change everything. I think if one person had a gun,
just one.
Like, what if Rome had a gun? You think it would have fell? Like, literally, you just have one person shooting people, and everyone else is like, "What the fuck is going on?"
People just dropping dead.
And they have no idea why.
Like, what kind of archers are these?
Yeah, there's no arrows. What's going on?
Like, there's nothing, like, because they wouldn't find the bullets. They'd be like, oh, there's just little rocks on the Pebble Road still.
Damn, I've never thought of that. I always put myself in it, like, how many people could I kill before they, like, stab me with a sword? But, like, if I had endless ammo, I don't think I'd ever die.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant, like, if you were just in the Roman War. I would die instantly.
If we were fighting swords, I would be murdered so fast.
I would 100% be the archer in any war. Like, I want to be as far as fucking away as possible.
Yeah, they kind of just get told when to shoot arrows, and then you just shoot it in the air. Hopefully you hit someone.
You never know if you hit someone. Like
do they practice?
I don't know. Like, what is, like, were there, like, decorated archers? Like, you don't know how many people you fucking killed.
No. You really don't.
Did you tag your arrows, and then when the war's over, you just go like, oh, that's mine?
Hey, that one has my name on it. That's my kill. I don't know.
Both of ours are in there, but mine was a headshot.
Mine was first, bro.
Yeah.
I saw mine hit you way before.
I followed it the whole way.
I got like 20 confirmed.
You think there was ego back then like that? Probably. There has to have been. There's
I
war.
Like
there's ego. There's war.
But like, I can't imagine charging someone with a fucking sword. I'm terrified of sharp things now because I dropped a box cutter on my leg when we moved in here building a couch. It went through my leg like butter. Have you ever seen it?
That's a good box knife.
Look at that.
Oh, shit.
Like
you dropped it?
I'm not joking. All I did is, Kyle, I was opening
this thing is like 2 inches long and quarter an inch thick.
I literally was just opening a box, and Kyle was like, what are you doing? I was like, hey, shut up. I'll cut you. And I just turned around and like showed it to him. And when I turned around, I dropped it, and my elbow was on my leg.
Yeah.
So that's like a foot, not even, just hit my leg. And I remember like looking down, trying to pick up the box cutter.
Yeah.
I just looked at my leg, and I was like, no. Just totally cut through. I never got stitches, though.
Yeah, did you just kind of like butterfly bandage it together?
Well, when Kyle and I first moved in here, we didn't think Band-Aids were important. Yeah. So I used athletic tape, and we like taped it together. Mm-hmm. It didn't work well. But it never hurt. It did not hurt at all. The only time it hurt
a clean cut then
is when it was healing because it would get
itchy. Yeah.
But that was it.
I had that my cat. I was playing with him once, and I was like, you ever like, you hate cats, but
just because I'm allergic.
I know. So like, it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm playing with him, and he's getting more and more aggressive.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, if I do this again, because he missed my face.
Does he still have his claws?
Yeah. He missed my face, and I was like, if I do this again, he could hit my face.
That would fuck
you
up.
I was like, and I didn't move my face at all back up. I was like, let's try it again, and I put it in front of my face, and he pawed me, and I was like, ow, and I went like this, and I brought him with me. He stuck into my nose, and he opened my nose up big time, and I was like, this definitely would be like stitch worthy.
Oh yeah.
And like he dug in deep. I just had like those butterfly bandages where you pull them and then they squeeze together.
What I did with that.
I did like 3 of them, and I was like, oh,
you can't
that'll
even
work.
See a
and like
scar or anything.
No, it's this side right here. It's just
how crooked my nose is.
Oh, it is a little crooked.
Yeah, they told
me. To the right?
Yeah, when I broke it, I had to wear like a face shield my senior year for basketball. That is so hard to see out of. I took it off like immediately, and I'm not joking that game. Someone hit me. There's a picture of it. hit my nose again. I think I re-broke it, and I was like, I am not getting surgery on that thing again. But like people don't notice unless
Can you breathe
I tell
fine?
them.
Yeah.
My right nostril is like
Closed a bit.
probably 75% open. Like when I go, you can hear it, but fuck, it's a nose.
Would you like one of these?
Fuck yeah, I'll take one. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Land Shark. Today's sponsor of the show is Land Shark.
This is like if I could pick a like top 5 sponsors I want, Land Shark is one of them. Like hands down.
Really? So like go-to beer.
Yeah. If it's available, I'm taking it.
You're taking a Land Shark all day every
Yeah.
day.
I would take
That's
it over.
Heineken for me.
I would take it over Coors, Miller. For like light domestic beers, it'd be Coors, Bud Light, Miller. I had like one of those like bad nights on Miller where
I'm not a Miller Lite guy.
I don't mind it. Like I can drink it. There's nothing wrong
I can
with
drink it, but it's not. I'll
And, like,
take any light beer.
And
over
cold,
Miller
I
Lite.
like it. It's fine. But if I had to pick one, it's definitely Coors
Same.
for that. But I would take.
Do you like Bud Light?
I don't mind it. That's water to me. Like that's 100% water to me.
One of my roommates would always drink my beer when I bought it, and he hated fucking Bud Light because it's a rice beer. I can't tell the difference.
I can't tell the fucking difference. My palate is not that good.
Neither
when
is
it comes to beer. Food, it's getting better, but beer, no.
Food, dude, I got COVID like last October.
Yeah.
Couldn't smell or taste anything I still can't smell.
Really?
Like, I left the burner on 3 months ago for like 4 fucking hours. Never smelled it. And Kyle walked in. He was like,
What's on fire?
He's like, David, what the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to kill us? He was like, if I lit a match, we would die. And I was in bed already because I got tired.
Yeah.
And it was like 9.
I wonder why you got tired.
Yeah.
You were dying.
If Kyle wasn't here, I would have never woken up. That was it for David. That was literally going to be my end. Just death by burner.
And you know what? They would have considered that a COVID death.
Because I died with COVID.
I got COVID over Christmas. Like every other human being on this planet.
Were you sick?
No. I had the
was that?
sniffles for like a day and a half, like a little like phlegmy, and then I was
was it?
fine. Like Christmas Day, like I tested positive the 2 days before Christmas. I was totally fine. Basically that day, the day after for sure. Christmas, I was like $1 million.
I was like sick for a day, maybe like a day and a half, and then I woke up that third day and I felt 100% fine.
Yeah.
And they made me
We're
sit
young
at home
and-
for 2 weeks.
Are you still like? Do you still work out and stuff ever? So yeah.
Not
you're
as
fine.
much as I used to, but
I
few
would.
times a week.
I am the way I work out now is how I think high school coaches wanted me to work out when we were in high school.
Yeah, I wish I cared more in high school because I never fucking.
I
worked out.
didn't do it. Like I hate. Well, part of it was like embarrassment because it's like I couldn't lift anything.
That's how I was. Like I could barely do 10s on a side benching when I first started to work out. Like I was so skinny. Like my freshman year, I think I weighed 110 pounds and was 5'3". And I walked up to Eric Wimmer for JV basketball and I said, "Hey coach, how's it going?" And everyone laughed at me and they're like, "You know he's on the team, right?" And I was like,
Well, okay. Eric Wimmer has looked like he was 30 since he was fucking 15.
they all do. All those guys look so much older than me, and I wore sleeves, and everyone else was sleeveless because I didn't have armpit hair my freshman year of high school.
I
Like-
didn't have much armpit hair. I think going into high school either.
I think I hit puberty like hard, like senior year, freshman year of college.
I'm still waiting on puberty.
Same. I still think I'm probably going through puberty.
I would like to grow for sure. It's not gonna happen. I'm like fun size, but
How tall are you? You're not fun size.
5'8". It's not terrible.
That's not that
I
bad.
think that's like the bare minimum. That's like
Like
it's
if
a
you
year
were
except-
5'5", then it would be like.
then it's like all right, you are.
That's
fucking
fun size.
Oompa loompa.
That is fun size. You would just be like a shareable size.
That's like the one thing. Like I'm at least tall enough where like we complain about pants not fitting, but like
Dude, pants are
pants
the worst thing
definitely
ever.
wouldn't fit then.
No.
Like there's no way.
You would be buying like kids.
Yeah,
large.
I can't. Like no way.
No, I hate buying pants.
It's my least favorite. I don't. Pants are the worst. Jeans are even worse than.
I don't think
Like
I've
any
worn
pant.
jeans 2 or 3 years at least.
I wear jeans twice a year.
It's not that much.
I wear it when I go up north to set up our hunting property, and when we go up north to actually hunt.
That's it?
That's it. I want to wear jeans more because I think it's like a good look, but I don't think they look good on me. I think they make my legs look shorter than they actually are.
I kind of feel
because
that.
I can't find a good pair of pants like that fit.
I think jeans are just so uncomfortable. I like the stretchy jeans, though.
Yeah.
Those
if
ones
you're not
are
wearing
nice.
stretchy jeans at this point,
I was about to say, when those first came out,
I think
for
even
dudes,
the construction workers are wearing stretchy jeans.
They're probably wearing like Wrangler.
Wranglers, yeah, but they're all stretchy jeans too.
Never thought you'd hear that. Wrangler making stretchy jeans.
Is that the manliest jean there is, Wrangler?
Ooh.
Carhartt, maybe?
Just Carhartt. Do you have anything Carhartt?
I have a hat. Like every other white girl.
I was about to say,
yeah.
Anything that you can wear besides your head.
I used to have like long sleeves or t-shirts. My brother's got all Carhartt stuff, but that's because he's doing like heavy machinery stuff.
I will say,
outside.
like, if you're doing that shit, that's like the best brand you could get.
Yeah.
I would say, but
if I'm wearing Carhartt and then going on stage tonight to tell jokes, it doesn't make sense.
No.
At all.
No. I would tell you to not do that one.
I'm probably gonna put on. I guess I have gray jeans I wear sometimes, but I don't consider them like blue jeans.
That's not jeans to me.
Yeah, I agree. Like if they're color,
jeans have to be blue.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not jeans in my book. Like you could have black pants or gray pants, but I would never say those are some nice gray jeans.
Yeah, I agree. Those are nice pants.
Those are nice gray pants.
I don't even like those because they're close enough to jeans that I get the same feel. Where I'm like, I look like it looked like when someone was making me, they got to my kneecaps and were like, fuck it. Then it was just
We're
nothing.
Done.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about jeans. It has nothing. Like, I like the look. I just don't like jeans.
It doesn't look good on me, I think.
I got Lulu pants.
I swear by Lulu shorts for sure. And sweatpants.
Do you have the ones with, like, the built-in underwear or the not built-in underwear?
I have both.
I have both, too. So which one's the more important one?
So I'm torn because, truthfully, I hate anything with built-in underwear.
Same, but that's the only thing I'll ever wear.
So I hate anything with built-in underwear because I like when I use them to work out. I like wearing my own compression shorts because those don't ride up and go into my ass crack when I'm working out. So
are you still a compression shorts kind of guy?
For sure.
Same.
When I work out, 100%. Not right now. No way.
God, no, not right now.
People
but if
who
I'm
wear
working
them,
out or running, they don't have nuts. If you wear compression shorts throughout the day, you just don't.
You're not gonna have kids for one, but like
that sounds so painful.
I'm very like because I work out every day, so I'm fine with being in compression shorts for like a little longer than a workout. But I agree, like if people who wear like we're going out tonight and like you ever see like a guy like his pants are sagged a little too low and he's wearing compression, like why the fuck are you wearing compression shorts right now?
I don't get the whole sagging thing either. But
out at a bar,
shorts. Hey, what if he was gonna grind with a girl? You can't let her know.
What is this fucking middle school?
High school. Bro.
High school.
Come on, man. I will say I probably wore compression shorts my freshman year of high school.
I'm sure I probably did too. Well,
100%.
To the dances or to?
Oh, to the dance.
To the dance. I never wore them to. I've never worn them like.
I've never worn them to school, but I bet you my ass that I wore them my freshman year. That shit was crazy to me. You know, coming from a private school, I was like,
oh my god, it was
holy
insane.
Shit. Girls are grinding with dudes here. Like that is.
We had dances at our school.
Yeah, were you like?
We're like Jesus shit. Yeah, and then you were doing like move your body like a cyclone.
Save room for Jesus.
No.
Yeah,
like,
we would have it where like a teacher would come in and be like, "Save room for Jesus."
So we didn't have that. Like, I think we were just so naturally awkward that we all were saving room for our fucking embarrassment. But like the people that were couples, they would be like close and like hugging each other. Otherwise, we were doing like we'd find the fat kid and dance with them to like move your body like a cyclone.
I was about to say, I remember you really threw me back. Middle school dances was probably the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done in my entire life.
They're uncomfortable for like the first like 90% of it, but like that last like 30 minutes and no one gives a fuck anymore.
Get a little Mountain Dew in
you're just like in pizza. You're like, woo.
Oh, I'm going crazy, and then you're like going to sleep over with one of your friends' house. You're like, dude.
Yeah, because you're getting excited.
I almost danced there tonight.
Yeah,
like,
I would have, but she was in the bathroom during that song.
There was just so many people. Like, I didn't want the teachers to be like, whoa, don't get too close. And I was like, okay, I won't.
She's by her friends. I don't think she wants to. Yeah,
she doesn't even like me like
the
that,
excuses we would come up with for all that shit. Even in high school for a bit was like
I've come up with some pretty dumb
pretty
excuses. in high school.
dumb excuses for why. Like at the end of the day, all of it is just I'm a pussy.
Yep. It basically is. I just couldn't admit to something, so I'm like, no.
No, this is why I did.
That's
do
what
it. It's
happened.
fucking.
It was not me that did that. Fucking middle school. Yeah, you're throwing me back. The private school life. That's a crazy life to live.
It is. I think some of the worst kids come out of private schools for sure.
I agree 100%. I
'cause you're
like
so,
my high school friends.
Suppressed.
I like my high school friends way more than my private school friends. Like, I actually think they're nicer, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think a private school, this might sound bad. Private school kids are pretty fucking weird.
Oh, 100%.
'Cause that's why they're at a private school.
Yeah, and you have hyper religious parents.
Like, it's either
money or very religious parents. That's why you're there.
Or, like, you would get bullied in a public school.
Probably, yeah. Like thinking back at it now, like
That
there are some
sounds
kids
so
who like
bad.
definitely.
Like, if you were in a public school.
But then there was
like,
always like one or two kids who were like, you don't fit in here. Like you should be at a public school right now.
I had a few friends that were like super normal.
Yeah.
But they went to a private school because like their brothers did. But
And private high school is a lot different than like a private grade school.
I'm so happy I didn't go to a private fucking
Same. Oh my god. I remember like when I was picking. I
was
was going to
supposed
St.
to
Mary's.
go
Like I
private.
could kind of,
Oh,
but living
yeah.
in Franklin, I could go to Franklin, but I could do I don't know what it's called. Where I like my dad was like, maybe do you want to go to Greendale?
Oh.
And I remember finally putting my foot down and be like, no, I'm not going. I was like, I'm going to Franklin because
they let you
my
pick?
neighborhood growing up, my neighborhood was the most like if I could put any like give any child like a specific childhood, I would give them my neighborhood. To the right of me and in front of me were 4 different neighbors, all kids around my age, my brother's age, across the neighborhood. And it's a circle with a line through it. I mean, there's like maybe 80 houses in this entire neighborhood. You know everyone.
I just made a face. Camera. Did you see that?
I
realized
did.
I haven't been looking at it, so I was like,
That's good. You don't have to
like,
look at
what's
it.
up, my people?
But where was I going with this? Oh,
Kids.
yeah. I was like, all my friends, like, they all went to Franklin Public Schools, everything. And I'm like, I never got to go there. So I'm like, I don't want to go to a private school anymore. I'm like, I'm going to Franklin. I'm going to go hang out with them.
So did you went right from private school, middle school to Franklin, though,
Yeah.
freshman year? Because
Yeah.
that's when I shadowed you, because
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I knew Kyle and, like, Dan and all my good friends now from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, when I got home from school, I was chilling with my Franklin friends every
Same.
time. Every day, all day.
And when they would have like birthday parties and shit
I
like
would get
that,
invited.
you
and
get
I felt
invited
cool.
and you felt cool. You're like, oh, I'm hanging out with the Franklin kids. Now I'm like, fuck the Franklin kids, but like for the most part, but that's like just like, oh, I'm out of high school kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I would go over to like Joel's birthday parties and like all the Franklin kids would be there.
Didn't you kind of feel pretty dope,
but
though?
like I liked being the new kid. I
I
genuinely
was the new kid, too, and I liked it.
I like this because I love meeting new people. And so when I got to high school, I remember Jake Fernandez being like, dude, I've seen you walk down the hallway with someone new every day between every class for the last week. I go, I know this
You're
is
a good
awesome.
talker. I was about to say, you could talk to a wall, and you'd be good at it.
I do often talk to a wall. It's just in my head.
It's just in your room. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, Michael, that was a great day today we had.
And it's usually a little more self-deprecating than that. Listen here, you fuckface. You got to do way more than what you're doing right now. I know
You're
you're
a piece of
exhausted
shit.
and did a ton of shit today, but not enough.
Not enough. The wall's like, yeah, he's right.
He's like, yeah. And then I talk back to myself
Do you talk to yourself?
all the time. Dude,
like-
most of my conversations are with myself.
When you talk to yourself, everyone says, like, you got to have positive mental self-talk. I call myself the worst names ever. I'm like, you are the dumbest piece of shit I have ever met in my entire life.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not very good at talking positively to myself.
I'm better at it now. Like I think mentally I've grown a lot since like admitting like this is what I want to do and finally doing like the stand up
yeah.
shit. But I'm more selective of when I'm like critical of myself. I'm still critical a lot, but when I am critical, it's the fucking worst shit. So like, and I think it's warranted. So when I first started doing stand up, there were a few times I drove down there and I got like nervous. Like obviously, I'm about to go talk in front of people I don't know and try and make them laugh and shit like that. And I still get nervous to this day, but it's like you're gonna do it because you enjoy doing it. But there are times I would go there, and I'd get in my car or I'd stay in my car and be like, "There's like no one there. This wouldn't be beneficial to me whatsoever." And then I just wouldn't go.
Then you talk yourself out.
I talk myself out of it, and then I would start driving home, and within 5 minutes, I'm out loud actually calling myself names like you fucking pussy. You're like
same thing.
You're never gonna get anywhere if you keep like hiding from shit you want to do. And like so, it's aggressive, constructive criticism.
I was about to say I'm hard on myself.
Yeah,
like I'm not just calling myself like, dude, you're a pussy, but like it's
just to call myself a pussy. Yeah, I'm not being mean. I'm trying to I'm trying to help myself.
Yeah, because like there's things. I just get nervous. So, like, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I'll get home. I'll be like, what the fuck
Like, why didn't you do that?
And then I get mad at myself almost.
That's exactly what is happening. It has happened with me a lot of times. I'm mad at myself a lot. Like, if I don't, like, if I make myself a to-do list or, like, I know I got to do something and I don't do it, I'm like, why the fuck didn't you do it? Like, it's
usually, like, a dumb reason.
If you're dumb, no, it's honestly because I'm lazy or like
That's usually what I'm
procrastinating. I went on my phone for too long, and I'm like, oh, now I'm tired.
Like I could have folded my laundry, and instead I went to bed 10 minutes earlier, and then I woke up.
Exactly.
And I was like, why are you so fucking?
I tell myself I need to sleep. It's like you're not gonna go to bed anyways right now. You're just gonna sit on your phone.
Regardless.
Yeah, exactly. It's so, but because of that and recognizing that, like I've gotten better at like just fucking start doing the things, and because it's way more fulfilling, obviously. Way more, and I'm way happier than I was
I've been trying
2 years ago.
That just
for sure.
Because I don't have to talk negatively to myself. Like, dude, we don't have a dishwasher. That shit fucking sucks. Get a dishwasher. I hate doing dishes.
You pay $500 in rent for an entire house. You guys can more than afford a dishwasher.
You've seen my kitchen. Where the fuck am I putting a dishwasher?
Put it in the fucking living room. I don't care.
Dude, no space for a dishwasher. It's like the worst thing ever. By the way, that's Buddy the squirrel right there.
Nice.
That's Kyle. Kyle takes pictures of squirrels because he's weird.
Wait, he actually takes pictures of squirrels?
No.
Okay.
But I just want your viewership to think that he does.
I was about to say,
I think that's Kyle's uncle. Took a picture of a squirrel for us. We just haven't hung it up yet, but his name's Buddy. And that's Kyle's grandpa. The plant over there.
The plant?
Yep. That's his grandpa. I call it his grandpa. This sounds so bad.
Are his ashes in there?
No, they're not. But his work got him. This is so bad.
I was fully convinced you guys grew a plant with his ashes.
No, we did not grow a plant with his ashes. But they got him that. That's why there's a little orange bow, because they got it for him like when he died. And Kyle was going to let his grandpa die again. I'm the only one that waters it. So that's Kyle's grandpa in the corner.
All right, I like that.
He doesn't water it. He's just going to let it die. So it's just me.
What? Where are we at with time? I'm actually like really enjoying this.
I have no idea. 53 fucking minutes.
Isn't that crazy? Usually I cut this off at an hour, but if you want to keep going, I have no problem talking.
If I get a piss in,
yeah, I gotta pee too. So you want to take turns?
Yeah.
You pee.
Is this the sponsor break? Hey.
Yeah, I'll just read.
Welcome to Fat Chance. This is going to be our sponsor break while we go pee.
Just turn your mic off when you go, and then I will read the government warning for land shark.
Please do not have more than 3.
This episode is brought to you by the Land Shark Lager government warning. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcohol beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery. It may cause health problems. All right, ad reads over. Wow. Land Shark, please sponsor this. This has been a lot of fun. Oh, well, if anyone's still listening to this episode, if you go and buy 2 t-shirts, you will be entered to win one of the original Fat Chance windbreakers. I'll make that a deal. You go buy 2 t-shirts. I don't care which ones. Buy the cheapest ones. I will enter you to win one of the original Fat Chance windbreakers. let's be honest, a lot of you aren't still listening right now. So, honest, if you go buy 2 shirts, you're probably going to win it. Because I had a lot of friends say they were going to buy shirts, and they didn't. I'm looking at all of you. That was good. That warning label went way quicker than I thought.
Yeah, I'm not good at reading, so I'm not going to read anything.
Well, you got to talk to the camera for a little bit.
I can tell a lot of good stories. If you're going to ask me my crazy story, I got a lot of crazy ones.
We can do a crazy story after this. I'm going to turn my mic off. Make sure you turn yours on.
Hey, this is the new host. This is David. We're going to not read labels because I suck ass at reading. By the way, you fit perfectly in the bathroom. It's tiny. Thank you. You're welcome. So, it's been 55 minutes, which is crazy. Michael is peeing. I bet you can hear him. That's a great stream you got rolling right now. Well, my favorite beer is Happy Place and Heineken. So you should also not drink if you're pregnant. That's the biggest warning. I'm glad I'm not a woman and can't be pregnant, but women are awesome. I just don't think I could push a baby out because that doesn't sound fun. Hey, Michael, do you think you could have a baby?
Like, do you think I could produce a baby?
No, like, I actually, mentally and physically don't think I could get over having a baby. That sounds so brutal.
I couldn't do it right now. It wouldn't be fair to the baby if I had a baby.
I love babies. I love kids.
Lean back so you're in the camera again.
I was talking.
Oh yeah.
Crowd,
okay.
I was hyping
so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna pretend like we're ending it, and then so worst case scenario, I don't have a ton of time to edit something later. I'll just release yours in 2 parts.
Works with me, dog.
So we end it like this. This is the second to last. I don't know why I'm putting this down. Second to last episode of the season.
Damn, I get to go out with kind of like a bang.
Yeah. So I ask one serious question.
And I've been thinking about it the entire time.
So you know what it is?
I still don't have a great answer for you though.
So what do you live by?
I have a few things. So
okay.
Ever since you've told me, by the way, Michael's a cheater. He told me before, so I could think
about
about it.
We were drunk last week, yeah.
I was thinking about it. So you said most people say friends and family, because I could definitely not live without that. But I don't wake up every morning thinking about my friends and family, if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
So, I would say that would be a part of it. My one big thing is I kind of am competitive. I want to be better today than yesterday.
Okay.
So when I wake up, it's more because some days they all feel the same. Do you feel that?
Oh yeah. Sometimes you feel like you're just going through the motions.
You're just going through the motions.
Which is my biggest fear.
That's my big fear, but I kept thinking it's like a beautiful struggle. Life is so shitty sometimes, but so awesome. I never know what a day is gonna bring. So I don't have a definitive answer for you, but I know. If today's a bad day, tomorrow could be a great day.
Yeah. You can't have the ups without the downs.
I think that's the most important thing. And every day is not going to be awesome. It's not going to be the most memorable day, but I think that's up to you, truthfully. Because I could always have a good day.
There's Jake Heilman sent me this clip once when I told him I was doing stand up, and he's like, "This could be good for your podcast or whatever." Send me a podcast episode. There's a thing called daily homework. And so when you say not every day might be memorable, but I think you can pull basically the concept of the episode was you can pull something out of each day.
Easy.
So at the end of each day, and I'm not the biggest fan of journaling, even though I write down my fucking thoughts all the time for stand up.
Yeah.
But at the end of each day, write down what you thought was the most memorable part of that day. And then you have a journal kind of thing. You go back, every month you can go back and be like, fuck, this happened. And then you just kind of it jogs your memory of all the shit that actually happens. Because let's be honest, how many times do we talk about, what we've been talking about now, high school? And I jogged your memory from, middle school, Cyclone. You're holy
so
shit.
Much shit that I don't remember until...
But you could remember if someone, primes it for you.
It's literally just, a word that will get my brain, that throws it back, and I'm like, holy shit, it connected something. My friends and I always joke, when they come over, we always say, what are your highs and lows of the week? And sometimes I have a hard time thinking of the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
But like literally, there are weeks where like one of my lows would be getting up because I was too tired. Like if that's literally one of my lows, I have a great fucking life.
Exactly.
But then there's highs sometimes where it's like, you know what? I just had like a good day at work. Like I didn't feel shitty. I wasn't tired, and I feel like I helped people. Like that would be a high. But like during the week, it doesn't feel that important.
No,
because you're just going through the motions. But then if you like wrote it down, you'd be like, see, that actually was a really good week. Because you have some weeks where obviously waking up is not the worst thing, where it's like something crazy happened at work or like family shit. Like there's always highs and lows, but you never really think about it until you write them all down and you can like see it.
Now the problem with that is like, because I tried it for like 3 days and then you forget. Like it's one of those things where you have to make it a habit. So you have to do it like, I don't know what the rule is to make something a habit. It's like 21 days.
21 or 27 days. I remember that.
Yeah.
Is
to
that
make
true?
It a habit. I mean, think about like working out. Like now if I don't work out, I feel terrible. So it's a lifestyle, like a habit that becomes it's a lifestyle now for me, like working out.
With all my, I used to be I would work out every day. And then when I got my surgeries, my last ankle surgery, I was on a big workout grind. Then I got that, and I didn't work out for like 6 fucking months.
You get out of that routine.
Used to not working out, and then starting to work out is so hard. But I think working out makes me feel better.
Oh, it makes
it gives me more energy.
It is my like quote unquote therapy.
That's like I don't check emails. I don't check texts when I work out. It's literally just me, music, and doing whatever I want to do.
Exactly. Although I'm getting so sick of my fucking music working out,
dude. My music selection is trash now. Unless my friends show me new music,
it takes me like sometimes I just have to play through a playlist and then let Spotify just start playing random shit that I'm like, oh, this isn't bad.
All right, we gotta have this conversation.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off. Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify.
100%, right?
Yeah.
It's gotta be Spotify.
It's Spotify.
My friends were on Spotify and now they're like, no, Apple Music is way cooler. It's gotta be Spotify.
Is there that much of a difference though?
Dude, I remember buying $1.29 for the newest hit song, and I was like,
it used to be 99 cents before that.
Yeah, and then they jacked it up to $1.29, and then like the old retro ones were like 69 cents, and I was like, damn, that's it.
I definitely, that was before Spotify was even a thing though.
I was about to say I can't,
and that was
I don't even remember.
I don't even think that Spotify was like Apple Music. Like it's what Apple Music is now.
That was like,
but it was just iTunes.
Dude,
back when my dad had, the only iPad we had was, I don't know, the size of a brick.
iPad.
Yeah.
Did you have a family iPad that like everyone?
It was my dad's, but
it was my dad's, but like if I needed to use it, I could use it, and I was like, this is.
You put it into, remember, like, oh, I got the new iHome.
This shit.
So you like plug in. It was just like a boombox.
It just had like that one little like plug-in right here. You'd set it down. It was just like a little music.
And then when you want to change it, you did this on the thing. And you're like, oh, I went too far. Go back.
I have my 2 younger cousins that are they're like my brothers basically. My youngest one is a senior in high school right now, and he literally does not believe me that when I went to high school for 2 years, I had my fucking slide phone with the full keyboard and my iPod Touch in my other pocket. He was like, "There's no way." The iPhones were like. Everyone had an iPhone back then. I was like, dude, I had like a legit like text to swipe phone like with the keyboard.
So did I.
Left pocket was iPod Touch.
Do you know I didn't get an iPhone until I was a senior in high school?
I think my first one was when I want to say I was a junior.
Also, I got it the week before we graduated.
Oh, damn. So you went out on a high note, though.
Yeah. I was like, I got an iPhone 5.
Like, oh, that's the one with like you could like set it like this and it would stand straight up.
Because it was square or something like that? Yeah.
That was my favorite iPhone.
I had an iPhone 5. Me with phones is I don't, like, it's like pants for me. It's like, if I find one that it works, like, I have a pair of pants, I'm like, I'd never want these. Like, I just had my favorite pair of pants rip in the ass in, like, 6 different places and the crotch. I'm like, I think they're a little old. It's like a phone. Like, my phone works because I know I don't want to go through the process of transferring it over, maybe not having everything
after college,
and then having to like learn all shit. Like, I had what was it? The iPhone 10. I've had.
Do you still have it?
No, I have some Max one. So the only reason we got a new one is my brother has shattered, like in the last year, has gotten 4 phones. He's broken so many phones. to finally, like, we never got like Apple Care or whatever. Finally, my mom was like, "You're getting it."
I was about to say that's a huge
like he
plug.
is. So, but I had this phone for 3-4 years. Like I'm at the point where like the stores are like, "We'll give you a new phone if you just upgrade." And I got a phone call because we still have like a family plan, and my mom's like, "Come to Verizon," and I knew right away. I'm like, "I don't want a new phone. I don't want it." Like, and I gave it to him. My brother's is all cracked, like one's shattered. Steven's is a little bent. I gave him mine. He goes, "How long have you had this?" I'm like, 3 years. He goes, "There isn't a scratch. There isn't whatever." Like, I'm like, if I break anything, it's the screen protector, and then I'll leave the broken one on. Like,
why do people do that though?
I don't like mine's technically broken right now.
Like that would piss me off. I just broke, so I had an iPhone 8, and I loved that thing. Like loved it so much. I didn't even rock a case on it, and I could throw that thing across the wall.
Oh, I didn't have a case on my 10 either.
It would never break.
I would toss it at the gym.
I just broke my iPhone 10 at the start of December. I dropped it. You know, like those metal, like square things when you're crossing the sidewalk. I literally just dropped it, and it hit right on the corner, and half the screen just went straight black.
It's like perfect.
So then I had to get a new phone. I fucking hate the iPhone 13. I want my iPhone 10 back. So
I think I have a 12 Max or something like that. Which is like, too fucking big.
How big is it? Because that's just the normal 13.
Okay. So that's mine.
See, this is so big. This is way bigger than a 10
All right.
Plus.
Well, here's the problem with that is like, man, trying to put that in your shorts pocket and work out. Yeah. I have to waistband it. Well, I have that Bluetooth headphones.
I mean, that's a girthy ass phone right there.
Well, if you saw the way I treated my phone, like when I go to the gym and I'm like, all right, I'll change my song. I will toss it on the ground, but I'll like not like toss it on the ground. I like toss it at my foot, and I hit it with my foot. So I hit it, I break the fall, and then I put it on the ground.
I mean, it shouldn't break. The worst part is they could make a phone that, one, you would never have to charge, and two, that would never break, but they won't do it because they won't make money.
No, they won't make money.
It's ridiculous. Like, I used to think that was like a far off concept. Do you know how easy that would be for them to do? But you'd never get a new phone.
No, and like
what's the difference? That's a 12. This is a 13. What is the difference?
The only difference is mine's way too fucking big.
And you have 3 cameras in the back.
Yeah.
Do you take a lot of pictures?
No.
I never take pictures.
For a guy that has 3 cameras pointed at us right now.
Yeah, that's very true.
I do not take pictures.
He just records conversations like a creep.
Like I don't like. I've said this so many times, but I would much rather live a moment than take a picture of it.
That's how I am. There's times now where I wish I had more pictures.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because, like, there's fun things I've done with friends, and I just don't have any pictures of it. But I remember it. I would rather just,
That's more important to me that I remember it. But sometimes, like, when, like, you ever casually, like, you get bored, so you're looking through your thing. Or, like, you see your friends have all these pictures of it. And, like, I kind of wish I had those.
Same. But I think I remember more than they do.
Yeah, so I get that. Like, it's just, I think it stems from, I don't like when people ask to take pictures. I would much rather people just take pictures. So, like,
yeah, I would.
You get what I mean? Like,
statement.
I used to I have a 4th camera in there, like the first one I ever got. I fucked up because I didn't know how to, like, camera that can record. These can all record indefinitely. That one records for 30 minutes at a crack. I just wasted like $600 on a camera. I'm like, I mean, whatever. But so I would bring that one to like parties, and I just put it on a table and be like,
see, that's
you break it, you buy
cooler,
it.
Though.
But those pictures mean so much more to me because you don't know who took them.
It's like a classic candid,
and like
too.
You have like a few pictures where you're like, people are posing. You're like, oh, get in, and you just, it's like a quick, and then you're back to what you're doing. It's no longer like, all right, guys, we're gonna pregame, but half this pregame we're gonna take pictures against the wall that says happy birthday.
You know, like when, sorry females, it's usually like a girl that's like, hey everyone, let's get like a group picture, and then you
usually
sit there,
it's always,
and then you wait because someone's like taking a shit or someone, you're like, oh, we gotta wait for this person,
and
it
kills the mood.
It, and then they're like, oh no, we need another one. Then you take like 5 of them, and you're like,
it kills the mood for one. I think like if the party is in a natural flow and everyone's like feeling it.
Yeah.
I'd rather it gets killed being like, hey, Ubers are here, let's go, and then everyone's still hyped up. But the minute you stop and be like, let's get a picture that of the 12 of us, 6 of us are gonna post. By the way, they're all gonna post the same picture. So everyone who thinks they're unique is not unique for one.
It's always
the same picture.
Or it's on their story and it's like, oh,
it's dumb.
Sick.
Like,
I already know that you guys are all together because I saw the first three.
I also saw your 90 snap stories
Yeah.
from the night. That make no sense. You singing at a bar, you can't even hear the fucking song.
You are not a snapper.
No.
You're kind of like me. I don't post pictures. The only time my friends are ever like, I know David's drunk
when you
is
Snapchat.
because I Snapchat. Like, I have a Snap story and they're like, yep, David's
he's drunk. That's Jake Gain tells me that all the time. He goes, I know Kusky's fucked up.
It's the only time
he
I
snaps
ever
me or he puts anything on his story.
I'm not joking. If you snap me twice, you're my best friend on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's me too.
Literally,
100%.
That's it. Like, I'm not a big Snapchatter. The only time I use Snapchat is to send dumbass pictures of my ugly mug to my friends.
I'm not even like a huge I like communicating, but like I hate texting. I'd much rather like FaceTime or call you.
So are you a FaceTimer? I'd rather call than FaceTime.
If it's like someone if it's like a female and I'm like into her, FaceTime, because obviously like I'd like to see her face.
Yes, I get that one.
If it's my friends, like my guy friends, and like I'm like, hey, what are we doing tonight?
Like, normally I'm doing shit while I'm
exactly.
calling.
Like, hey, what am I doing tonight? Or what are we doing tonight? I'm calling you.
Yeah, and I'll put it on
because like
speaker.
I can get instant answers, and also you can hear the inflection in people's voices.
That's
you don't know what they mean by like any text message. Like, yeah, I'd hang out tonight.
Unless you've been.
That could be like, yeah, I'd hang out tonight, or like, yeah, I'd hang out tonight, or
like,
yeah, I'd hang out tonight. You don't know. That's 3 different options right there, and you all could tell the difference of that.
When you call them, it's like, I get what you're saying. Because for texting, like, I've texted my friends for like 10 years now, and there's still times where I'm like, I don't know if he's joking or if he's being like dead ass serious. And then you call him, they're like, yeah, dude, that actually sounds really fun. I was like,
okay, I couldn't tell.
I thought you were just being like a sarcastic asshole, like to each other. Like, I literally had no idea. And they're like, no, I was being dead ass serious.
Yeah, I think for sure then my answer would definitely be like, I prefer call would be the number one thing.
That was my
If it's more like an intimate relationship, then yeah, FaceTime. And then like FaceTime's fine. Like, I like doing it. But like between guy friends, I don't need a fucking face. I occasionally I don't mind it if it's like
if I'm hungover, I'll FaceTime.
Hey, hungover, yeah, or like drinking is when FaceTime happens because you're like you got to see like what's happening here or whatever. But if it's like making plans, like just basic communication, phone call over text every fucking time.
Yes, because my big thing with texting is I'm not a great texter either.
No.
Because, like, if you text me, like, I've already gotten a few. And if I'll hear the buzz, but then I'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Unless you call me and I, like, talk to you, I probably won't look at my phone for, like, an hour.
I think people will be like, this guy's an ass because he doesn't reply.
I just
like,
get distracted.
Like, I'm at the point now where I will see someone's text message and I will, like, try and scroll from the top and read as much of it as possible.
So they don't get the notification?
No, because I don't have read receipts on or anything like that.
I'm a read receipt kind of guy. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I want you to know I don't fuck with you. So I'll leave you on read.
Fair.
But like, there's times also where that stabs me in the back. Though, because I'll accidentally open it, like text everything out. I don't know if it's just my
the reason I don't open it is because then it serves as a reminder like, hey, you need to reply to this at some point.
So we were talking about the podcast.
You may have saw it at like noon today, but if you don't think you can reply till like 6, don't open it because you're going to forget about it.
That's what I did with you in the podcast.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm going to text you to remind you. And immediately as we got in that car, I fucking opened it. And then, like, Wednesday, I was like, oh, shit, is Cussy and I doing that still? And you texted me on Thursday, and I was like, fuck it, we are doing it still, because I totally forgot.
Dude, and that's the thing, too, is all week I was like, I got to text David. And then I
was
forget.
Ready.
And I was like, all right, text him Wednesday because that's enough time for him to, like, if he needs to change anything. And then I completely forgot. And then I was like,
Wednesday, too, because I was going to text you, but my big thing is now, because I get mad. I've done this before. When I say yes to shit and then I think about it, this is what we were just talking about. I'll think about it too much and then I won't do it.
Yeah.
Like, a little nervous to come on the podcast, but, like, you guys are dope, by the way.
You have been more of a consistent talker than I would say 90% of the people that have been on here.
I mean, I could talk. We talk all the time, though.
I know.
When Michael and I go out, it's literally just us drinking and talking about stupid shit. But, like, I get nervous in front of people, I would say.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's a beautiful part. Like that. I used to, when people would get nervous coming on in the beginning, that's why a lot of the alcohol was there to begin with. It's also just fun to drink and talk. Like it's
Once I have like a 4 or 3 beer thing. Once I get that, I'll just keep talking. I'll just
I used to just not tell people I started. I used to like it was a joke. It got to be a joke, but at the beginning I turn the cameras on and be like, I'll hit the mic when we're ready to go. I'll let you know. And I'd fuck around my computer, pretend to, and I hit start.
See, that's
and
smart.
they weren't these mics. They were already in front of his face. So we'd just be talking, and then he's like, "Are we gonna go?" I'm like, "We've been going for 10 minutes." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah. You see how easy this is? This is all I want."
Nervous. Like, I'm sorry, I have not been looking at the cameras very much, but like I've been looking at you.
Yeah.
But like it's just you and me talking.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it literally is.
It's
you
and me at a bar drinking beer, but instead of someone coming up to us, I just reach down and grab a beer.
I know, isn't that nice,
That's
dude?
nicer.
You got to come do it again. I'll be moved out by then, but I'll do another one in the garage. The garage ones are so fun. Like it got to a point
I'm
where
not gonna lie, I do kind of want to do a garage one.
The garage one,
that's the OG.
It is. The garage ones are fun. I got to a point where I was like, I'd like finish up early, and I'd like, all right, go set up. I think the first time I did it, it was Josh Ringelberg came on, and I
love Josh.
And I went to, and he's like, "Do you care if
I just watched that actually?
Do you care if Brooke comes over?" I'm like, "No, I don't care at all. Like,
Brooke
I
is
don't
awesome.
I don't care if there's an audience. It doesn't bother me at all. Especially if it's our friends. Like they're just gonna contribute.
Would bother me though.
They're just gonna contribute. Like there are some like as long as they're respectful and like, hey, shut the fuck up. You don't have the microphone. You can talk when like we say talk kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat this like a real thing because like I do treat this as a job.
Oh yeah, as you should though.
And so I run to Target. I'm like, all right, what I remember what like Brooke likes. I was like, all right, she likes vodka Sprites and whatever. And then I'm like, Josh, what kind of beer do you want? And I have these 2 like metal buckets that look like they're supposed to be at a bar. Like if you had one at a table, I had it iced down. I had a bottle of booze for her, cups, like ice you actually like use for the drinks, all the mixers you could, because she's like, I want like vodka or like gin and tonics or whatever. So I had like multiple different tonics and stuff like that. We had like 6 different beers and shit.
I'm so sorry. There's different tonics.
I don't know if it was tonics. It might be like, it's like soda waters and shit like that. So there's like,
see that shit. Are you a big hard alcohol guy?
I prefer hard alcohol over beer, mainly because it keeps me less full. Also, I went through still am in a health kick, but like when I was really out of shape in college, that was like one of the things that helped me cut down on a lot of calories, is going from beer and whiskey cokes to vodka sodas and shots.
Yeah, because you were drinking vodka sodas this weekend.
That's all I drank. Yeah, that's all I drank.
So is it just Sprite and vodka?
Vodka soda?
Yeah.
No, vodka soda is vodka and soda water.
I hate vodka.
So soda, it's basically carbonated plain water, vodka, and a lime.
So when I was like 10, remember when you got to like mow the lawn and you thought it was fucking sick?
Yeah, you were in like the OCD in you was like, I gotta make the perfect lines.
When you were 10, like
yeah.
I remember when my dad let me. I was like, this is like peak I'll ever get to in my entire
bonkers
life.
Yeah.
And my dad was so excited because he doesn't have to fucking push mow the lawn.
Yeah.
It was a Saturday. I'll never forget it. I am 10 or 11. Like 11 at the absolute most. Pearled the lawn. Just pearled it. But it was like 90 degrees. So I like came inside and I was all fucking sweaty. And my dad likes vodka on the rocks. Like that's his thing. And I can't do that. That is just so gross to me, but that's his thing. Good for him. He's saving calories just by drinking vodka. But I thought it was water. I thought he poured me a fucking glass of ice water. So like, you know when you're so thirsty,
you start chugging.
And it's like a normal like just alcohol thing, which is like ice. So it's not huge. I put the whole
But you
glass
don't know
down.
that that's like the social thing when you're younger.
When you're 11, like I didn't even understand what drinking meant.
Exactly.
Like no idea. So I was like, damn, my dad is so nice. He poured me
water.
Like ice water. Like this is great. Chugged the whole thing. All of a sudden I'm like on the verge of puking. And I'm like standing over my garbage and my dad's office is downstairs. And I remember I was like, holy shit, is my dad going to be so mad at me? Like he is going to be furious. So I sprint downstairs trying not to cry. And I was like, Dad. He's like, what, David? What's wrong? Like, He probably thinks I just cut off like a toe.
Or like
my
ran over the
lawnmower.
dog
Yes,
with the lawnmower.
something crazy. I'm like, I drank your special vodka drink on the counter. I'm only 11. It says you have to be 21. Am I going to die? And my dad, instead of just like being like, are you okay?
Laughing.
Just starts shitting his pants laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm still crying because I'm like,
Because he knows it's not going to hurt you.
I'm like, holy fuck, I'm dead. Like, this is it. This is my life. 11 years old, mows the lawn, comes back in, has some vodka, passed out on the ground. I took a nap after that, woke up, and I was just straight chilling. My mom was so mad because I didn't know. I thought it was water, and ever since then, I cannot do vodka.
This might be a hot take. Like, I'm never going to want my kids just, like, all of a sudden start pounding booze. But let's be honest. If this accidentally happened to your kid one day,
the funniest shit ever.
In the back of my head, I'm like, all right,
I took a
one,
nap.
you're going to be okay. You, like, tell your kid you're going to be okay. But two, in my head, I'm like, I want to see what this little drunk kid does.
I'm not joking. 11. I was like 105 pounds freshman year of high school. I'm probably like 80.
Yeah.
80 pounds. And like, even with ice in there, that's like 3 shots of vodka. I literally remember going to bed and waking up and I was like, fine. Like,
you basically like
I wasn't hungover or anything, but I remember I put on, it was SpongeBob. Yeah. It's this shit. But I remember I just fell asleep. My dad woke up, and he still thought it was the funniest shit ever.
Oh, yeah.
I, like, looking back at it, if I have an 11-year-old that pounds a thing of vodka, I am going to, like, do a case study about what it does to an 11-year-old.
I'm going to try and keep him up. Like, hey, what do you want to do?
Do you want to go to Six Flags? Yeah. Or we could go hit some baseballs
What kind of food do you want?
Yeah, like, I would be all in. But
imagine watching your 12-year-old's like, I want bagel bites. I want pizza rolls. I'm like, all right, you got it. You got it. You got it.
We'll do whatever you want.
It'd be obviously you don't want it to happen, but like if it happens, you know they're not gonna die. Like
it wasn't like my dad was like, here, David, I'm gonna set this here for you. Like
you didn't finish off a fifth.
Like
either.
he just poured it, and it was like 4 at night. Like it wasn't like he was drinking at 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
But like he just poured it for himself. It was a Saturday, and my dumbass 11-year-old self was like, water. Not water.
Dude, that's like I've said it on here multiple times. But my first experience with alcohol was doing the exact same thing you did.
Scarring.
My dad had cups. My dad drinks gin and Sprite, so it's another clear liquid. If it sits around long enough, you don't see the bubbles anymore. And
like if I saw that,
or if it's like we'd have like those like. Is opaque the right word? But like colored, like weird, like tall glasses and stuff like that. Like. Plastic ones, and so you can't see on the inside. You just see that it's clear ice, and you're like, and you're coming from outside. I might have honestly, I think I've done it mowing the lawn too. Like and you take a big gulp, and you're like, fuck, that's not it.
You don't taste it right away either. When you're 11, alcohol makes no sense.
No, you don't get it. You really don't understand it.
Like I never knew my parents were like drunk until I was like a junior in high school, and I drank for the first time.
It's like an ignorance is bliss thing, because if you have no concept of it, you're that's how powerful your mind is, though. Is like you're like, that's water. So when you first touch it, you're like, it's water. And then it comprehends like, this is alcohol.
Yeah, because you're.
Whereas if someone's like, this is alcohol, immediately you're expecting it to taste bad.
Your brain like
so a
turns
sip,
it to alcohol.
Your brain, it magnifies it. So it's like.
That's a very interesting.
So once you're like, if I was like, this is water, take a swig, you'd be like, all right. In the first couple seconds, second, you'd be like, it's water. And then as like younger, I think it's more aggressive. But like if I did it now, you'd be like, oh, that's vodka. But you took a big swig. But if I go, that's nasty vodka, you would touch it to your lips and be like,
I was about to say, if you gave me vodka and you like, if we just fucking played football catch for like an hour and a half, and you poured me a glass of water and you said it was fucking water, I'm gulping like 3 big gulps right away, and then I realize it's vodka. If you tell me that's nasty ass vodka,
if it's good vodka, like your dad probably, that's the thing, is your dad probably had very good vodka.
He's a big Tito's and Grey Goose guy.
So like that's more like,
I was about to say, it wasn't like I was
distilled, or I don't know what it is, like it has more of a liquid texture, whereas like if your dad had poured Burnett's, that syrupy thing, that would have been a little quicker.
I would have died. Oh, I'm so happy I'm not at that age where like Burnett's is still cool.
Thank God we don't do that anymore. Thank God.
Smirnoff dragon fruit. That was my first puke in high school. If I smell that right now, I will vomit.
My first puke.
I was with Sam Walsh too. He literally made me go play fucking basketball after I just threw up my whole insides, and he was like, "Nope, it's a part of life."
My first
David.
puke. I don't know if it was puke or dry heaves. Like, I really haven't puked much drinking. Actually, I think my first puke was in college.
I'm not a big.
But I've had like dry heaves. I had dry heaves twice in high school, and that was like the 2 times I was drunkest in high school. But yeah, the first time, Dave Matthews concert, going into senior year of high school. Dude.
Of course, it's a
Dave Matthews. Again, I've said it so many times, but like, I didn't drink in high school. I had 1 beer in my life going into that Dave Matthews concert. 1 beer, I think.
That was it. So you never drank in high school?
You can count on one hand the amount of times I drank in high school. You guys drank a lot.
We drank
a lot.
I think we got busted our first time like sophomore years. That was
But
bad.
then it was every fucking weekend.
We drank junior year was like chill, but senior year I didn't drink during basketball season because I thought I was gonna get like a super cool scholarship and I didn't want to ruin it. After that though, I got a drinking ticket, had to get suspended for 5 games for baseball with Gain. That was super fun. But I never smoked in high school, but we drank.
I smoked before I drank.
The first time
and now I drank like a fish. But
the first time I smoked was senior year, like summer. It was like 3 weeks before college. That was the first time.
Sophomore year in.
See, I love the first smoke stories are the best.
Sophomore year in. I don't want to say his last name, but Mikey C's basement. You know what I'm talking about?
Fucking love Mikey.
Yeah, with Jared, JJ, and I want to say Colin. We had a dance rave party in a bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I didn't even feel high. And then,
did you get high the first time you smoked?
So I didn't think I did because I didn't know what to feel.
I didn't know, like, you have no idea.
To be honest, the first couple times I didn't know what to feel.
Same.
And then I remember us finishing a Costco-sized thing of fruit snacks and fruit roll-ups and a family-sized thing of Oreos and a gallon of milk.
And then you're like, oh, shit, I could
But I
never
still
do
didn't feel it. I was like, and we watched the Minions.
Fucking love the Minions.
Still
by
don't
the way.
I don't
Like,
remember it.
time
I
out,
haven't
like
seen
you're
it.
talking like it's just the Minions, and they're like banana.
No, I think we watched this. I think it was Despicable Me. 'Cause it was that.
You gotta watch the Minions.
Dude, I haven't seen the full thing.
Oh my god,
I haven't seen
that's
any of the
a
Despicable
goat one.
Me's, any of the Minions.
I just like the Minions because it's like a knockoff SpongeBob, but there's lots of them.
It's what time is it? 6:30. Fuck, I gotta wrap this up soon.
I'm just such a good guest that Michael can't leave.
Yeah. Usually I cut these off in an hour, but I've actually really been enjoying this. My dad's DM'd me twice since we've been here.
I was about to say we're just straight chilling.
I wish I didn't. I mean, I'm glad I have stand up tonight, but I wish I would just keep doing this, or like I would turn these off and just chill and hang out with you.
I was about to say we could totally just chill.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna come back because cameras are not that scary.
No, they're not at all.
Like literally before you came here, I had like 2 beers because I was like, dude, I'm a little nervous. Like I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking about your last question. I was like, honest to God, that's such a good question that I don't just have like one answer for you. Like I really had to think about it. This is the easiest thing ever. I haven't even paid attention to the camera.
I'm trying to think. So I started doing the question the second season.
Yeah, you gotta think of a third season one.
Do you want to? Well, this is the 3rd season.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So my buddy Connor, when I finished tending a lisp, it's crazy to think how many of these I've done.
We were talking about that last weekend. It
Yeah.
is like how many hours do you think you have?
How many hours do you think I have? Let's say
Like over under 100.
So this will be episode 47. So that's at least, I would say it's about anywhere between 55 to an hour and 20, hour and a half for all these episodes. So let's just round it out to like an hour 15 per episode, or an hour. So I'm at 47 hours with that. And then 16 episodes of tending a list. Because I ended tending a list at 16, my buddy Connor's like, why don't you just break it up into seasons or do something different?
I like the seasons.
Yeah. So, like, I have a different question each time. Do you want to answer? Well, how will we end up with this? We'll end it with the season 2 question and see if you have an answer for it.
I still can't even think of
No, okay. When's your birthday? So, like,
May 5th.
May 5th.
Cinco de Mayo, baby.
Okay. So,
I didn't even get to many of my good
if
stories.
you have an answer for the question and can do it Basically, it's this stem
What gets
from.
me up every morning?
No, that's not it.
Oh, that's not even the one?
No.
Oh, give it to
It's
me
a different
then.
question, yeah. So this question stemmed from me doing stand-up. I was like, I need to do this before I turn 25. I was like, just 25 seems like a milestone. Yeah.
Skydiving, because I'm a pussy. And I said I was going
That's
to
what
do
you have
it.
to do before your next birthday?
Yeah, I only got 4 months. I'll probably do it in the summer, though, because I've told
So
my
everyone
cousin,
gets a year unless your birthday's like 11 months away.
my birthday is May 5th, so I only have like 4 months. But I have said I wanted to go skydiving
Same.
since I was 18. And my little cousins, we both said that we were going to do it. But I told them we probably all three of us can't do it at the same time because, like, if we all die, there goes our bloodline. Like,
Yeah, that's
no
fair.
more Schmidt kids. That would really suck. Sorry, Dad. But, like, skydiving's got to be it. Because I feel like if you can, like, mentally get yourself
Off
to
a plane?
jump out of a perfectly good plane,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can't do mentally, in my mind.
So I
That's
really
my
want to
big
do
thing.
it, and I think I have I have an idea for how I want to do it. So I got connected with this guy, and if I butcher your name, I'm apologizing. But his name's Johnny DeJulius.
It's a sick-ass name.
It's a great name. So my friend Ethan Kashik said he's
Fucking
like
love Ethan,
I
too.
think he's an unbelievable wrestler out of, I believe, Ohio State, and now he has this brand. It's No Tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Johnny, I'm so sorry I'm butchering this right now, but I was introduced to him through someone else, and we have talked back and forth about him doing the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally just in Utah with the Paul brothers for Jake Paul's birthday, which is unreal, and he was like riding all these like cool machines, but he does like base jumping. It is fucking insane. So the reason I was like, because usually I have so many people that like you should have this person on.
Yeah.
99% of the time, I'm like, yeah, okay. This girl sent me a picture of Johnny. I'll show it to you after this. On a plane. He's on like an Amelia Earhart type plane. On top of it, strapped to it, and they're doing fucking backflips. I want this picture framed. It's
Like,
so fucking cool.
The shit that some
But
people
he
do.
does, like, there was a video of him driving over a bridge. He's sitting on the roof of a car.
Yeah.
Feet are, like, in the windowsill area, and then just jumps off the car, off a bridge, and jumps, pulls his parachute. I want my first time skydiving. If he's up for it, I'm going to send him this clip. If he's up for it, I want to skydive with him for my first time. It's
Okay,
insane. He just jumped out of a helicopter.
I was about to say, the people that do that shit, though, like, when you're jumping out of bridges, like, you're literally just falling and you're pulling the parachute, like, at the last second before, like, you smack.
But that's like
it's
that's
mental.
conquering fear. That's his whole.
Oh, like, he has no fear.
That is his whole brand, though. Is like, why? Like,
Do you
why?
think
Why
once
put this
you
off?
do it once, though, you think, like, that's the big hurdle?
So that's my biggest fear. So it's a goal of mine to be able to jump like he is without someone tied to me.
Because I was about to say, when I go skydiving, I'm not jumping. It's going to be the
Someone's gonna
I'm
push
gonna
me
be
out.
like
Yeah.
a little kangaroo
Yeah.
strapped to this dude that jumps and he's pulling everything. But, like, I still consider that skydiving. But I'm not the one fucking jumping.
Yeah.
Because if it's me, I'm standing in that doorway for, like, 10 minutes. They're like, dude, you got to jump.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, okay.
Well, that's where they go. We're going on 3. 1, 2, gone.
Gone.
Yeah. But it's what was I say? It's a goal of mine to be able to jump without like someone
Like a trainer.
tandem.
Yeah.
And it's like the first one scares me, but like I've learned quickly with my personality is I am a little bit of an adrenaline junkie where
Same.
I know once I do it and I'm okay,
I'm going to keep doing
that
it.
second one will be tough, but that third one is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
a
a-
must.
Okay,
Like
so, like, that's kind of...
it's going to be like we're doing this shit every fucking day.
I wouldn't say I'm an adrenaline junkie, but I do
No.
crave, like...
By no means
once
am I.
I get it, though...
Yeah.
Like, if I do something once and I'm okay, but I get that rush out of it, I'll do it, but I'll, like, up it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I actually start jumping out of a plane by myself, I don't know where that's going to lead to.
Well-
So I would, like, I want to go bungee jumping.
Same. My bucket list item, like true bucket list, like jump by myself. One day, if I ever have enough money, I will have a military plane fly me up. I want the door to
You wanna do
open.
a
I want the
what is it,
door
a
to open.
Halo jump?
Basically, I want the door to open out the back. I want the song "Fortunate Son" playing.
Oh my God!
And
Stop
I want to fall out of the plane backwards.
Stop!
I want it to be a fucking movie.
I want to sit with like my legs fucking dangling off that plane, and then they're like, hey,
just
you're
go.
clear to jump. And you're just like,
you just like roll back. I want to like walk to the edge.
Those jumps, those
walk
guys
to the
do,
edge
though, are fucking
and just
wild.
fucking go.
Like they do it like that though, like a joke. Like they're like, this is like riding a bike at this point. Those guys are crazy, but I want to do that so bad.
Oh, I don't know if it's I want to do that bad or do I want that confidence.
I would say both.
Yeah.
Because doing it though, like, I think you're just floating above everything. That's got to be so cool. The other thing I want to do before I die, safari. I want to go on an African
I do want to go to safari, but that's like something that doesn't scare me as much.
No, that's not terrifying.
No.
But I want to see like a fucking real life.
You know what's something that scares me that I don't think I will do? Like if I don't want to go like shark diving in the middle of the ocean.
Fuck that. The first thing you said something I kind of want to do but don't do. Like if I could be in a submarine and go like marine exploring, but like I'm in a submarine, I would freak out.
I'd freak out. Like don't get me wrong, I would love to explore the ocean.
It would be so cool. So cool. But once you think about you are in a metal tube in the middle of nowhere, like,
and we haven't explored most of the ocean. The best way to explore the ocean is if you could just put a camera on the front of it and I'd be on the land.
Like if I could just like a drone, like a water drone, and I could just like witness it from on top of a boat, sick. If I'm going in the submarine, fuck
that.
No,
dude, I don't like.
Fuck no.
I don't like being out like I went deep sea fishing once. We have to end this by the way because I need to go soon. But I went deep sea fishing once and we went like a few miles out into the ocean. And I'm like, if this thing broke down,
like what do you do?
I have a panic attack.
Like what are you doing? You're just gonna like cling.
The deep sea fishing was fucking fun though. Like you just kind of forget about it. You're like, all right, I trust these guys, but
yeah,
you have those intrusive thoughts. Where you're like, if shit goes bad,
one wave,
or like, what if a storm just comes? Like, but you know damn well they're not taking you out if they knew a storm was coming.
No, but like literally, it could just be a bigger wave than they thought, and your boat capsizes. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
They could have life rafts, but life rafts scare me. Like, what if my feet are there and a shark just comes and eats
I was
me?
about to say, if I'm making a little life raft like the size of this couch and a great white shark comes up next to me, that's like 4 times the size of this couch. I will probably freak out so bad that I jump in and get eaten.
I would just be, I wouldn't jump in. I'd be paralyzed. I'd be like,
I would terrified. The deep ocean, I don't even want to go on a cruise because of that.
Yeah, cruises. Well,
I want to go on a cruise, but like my mind just goes to what if?
Do you really want to like how much fun is a cruise? It's like
I would rather go to Mexico
than
like a cruise.
It's like 3 slides from the Wisconsin Dells and all you can eat buffet.
I'm not a big cruise. I've never been on a cruise. The cruise ships are so big that it makes my brain hurt thinking about it. But no, deep ocean, I'll stay out of there.
All right, we're ending this. Look into the camera. Either say hi, say bye, say something nice to me.
Hi, I'll be back.
Or
and Michael's
your favorite quote.
My favorite quote. That's an interesting one. I don't have a favorite quote, but Michael's a goat, and I'll be back. That's all I have to say.
That works. Thank you very much. That was, dude.